Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Magic Duels. This week we're taking a look at our red-white weapons trainer equipment deck. If you haven't checked out the deck tech, then be sure to do that. I'll see you in the game, guys. See you in a bit. Alright, we're in. And we're on the draw. No, we can do better than that. That is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We'll keep that. What's our opponent on? Black. Maybe vampires, perhaps. Judging by their avatar is usually a good way to go about it. So let's go with a mountain first turn. Stoneforge Masterwork the second. Next turn we get our weapons trainer out. Or maybe even our Sigil of Valor and just wait for another different creature, perhaps. We'll see. Probably will just get the weapons trainer out though and start swinging in. Red, black. So that is vampires got all over. Alright. I'm a little terrified by this red mana and the fact that he left it up. So let's just... I'd like to be able to get out a creature and Nimbus Wings it up just so it gets out of burn range. But at the same time... Yeah, let's get the weapons trainer out. Fine. Swing in for 3 if he doesn't burn it away. I'm imagining I'm going to see a burn spell. Or maybe not. Okay, that's fine. It was a good decision then, apparently. Unless we're going to see a Fiery Temper here. No, we see an Olivia mobilized for war. Yeah, this has got vampires written all over it. Alright, well we are going to be able to Nimbus Wings up our weapons trainer, which will be far bigger than Olivia. And the Knight of the White Orchid. Ooh. We don't have the white mana to play him though, unfortunately. Right, so we can... There's 2 to equip that, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to Nimbus Wings up our weapons trainer, get him out of burn range. And swing in for 4. He's going to start being able to haste out some vampires though, and also discard using Madness. So we have to worry a little bit about that, but not just yet. What's he got for us? Goblin Warpaint. Oh dear. He's coming in for 5 now. Unfortunately, Ride Down can't hit creatures unless they are blocking, not being blocked. So I can't just hold off a Ride Down for when he attacks in again. As much as I'd want to. How many mana has he got? 3. So yeah, this Knight's not going to be very good. We can get down the Ironclad Soldier, but then we can't equip. We're in a bit of a silly situation here. Right, I'm just going to get the Sigil down. And... maybe we just do get the Knight down. The Knight allows us to equip Sigil of Valor up and the Stoneforge Masterwork up for more damage than he's currently doing. So I think that's better than the extra mana. Being on 4 mana is fine anyway. We've hit the top of our curve. We can play everything in our deck other than the Chandra's Ignition. So in that regard, we're alright. So let's pass the turn over. Notice our Knight is actually a 3/2 first striker. Untamed Hunger. It's going to give that menace. Oh dear, he's getting out of hand with that now. Okay. Okay. We could potentially die next turn. The mountain's okay. So if we get the mountain down, we can't equip both. Sigil of Valor doesn't do anything unless we're attacking anyway. So how much damage can we do? if we just equip up. We get +1/+1 for each other creature, so that'd go up to a 5, and then +1/+1 for each other creature that shares a type, so that'd be a 6/6. If we played the Ironclad Slayer and just equipped the Masterwork, then we'd be at a 6/6 there as well. But we wouldn't be able to... Oh, it's Menace as well, isn't it? Oh, crap. Ugh. We don't have another flyer to stop it, so we should really just push through as much damage as possible. And how do we go about doing that? 6 damage whether or not I play the Ironclad Slayer, isn't it? Yeah. So the Slayer into the Masterwork, onto the Weapons Trainer. Yeah, we don't want to be doing that. So this is a permanent buff on the Weapons Trainer. If he just has a pump spell, we're absolutely dead. Might as well get him with the Knight as well for 9 damage. We can win next turn if he doesn't have a pump spell, but I imagine he's just got burn in his hand, so I think we're dead. I think we've lost this race. But we managed to get a fair amount of damage done. We just had the wrong matchup for this situation. Indulgent Aristocrat. That can sacrifice itself, can't it? Yeah, we've lost. As long as he knows what he's doing. And there's the Fiery Temper, so we've lost anyway. Okay, well, on to the next game. That was fairly quick. Point that at us. Come on. I'll do that. Hang on, does he? Has he just lost now? I think he might have just lost. Oh no, he still can sack his Aristocrat, can't he? No, it's 2 mana. Oh man, he might have just lost. Come on. Come on. Right, we block. We take 7. He goes up to 5, sorry. We're down to 1. Bone Splinters. Damn it! Damn it! But has he got burn in his hand then? I don't understand this play otherwise. We just hit a land. Unfortunate, but okay. Well, there's the Heir of Falcon Wreath. So we die next turn unless we get a nice creature out. And then again, it's still going to be flying, so I think it needs to be an Ironclad Soldier. That's a ride down, so we are dead. Unfortunately. Yeah, he could have beaten us there, or am I wrong about that? He could have just pointed at our face. But alright, I think he wanted to be really cheeky about it. Now I'm just wishing some of these were Celestial Purges, but that trample ability is just too good to not have these in. Well, they did cost us the game this time, but I'm sure they'll get as many victories in the future. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next game. Okay, we're in and we're on the play. Oh, this hand could be pretty cool. Turn 1 Needle Spires, turn 2 Relic Seeker, turn 3 Nimbus Wings it up and grab ourselves another equipment. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Our opponent is rank 17, Geist. I swear that name rings a bell. Do we maybe want to do turn 1 Stoneforge Masterwork instead? Because we don't actually have a turn 3 play that doesn't require 2 mana. So yeah, let's do that instead. I think that'll just work out just the same. Okay. What's our opponent on? Vampires would be the assumption from his avatar. So I'm seeing red or black. There's black. You got nothing for us? Alright. Well, we are going to play our Mountain into Relic Seeker. If it survives, we'll put a Nimbus Wings on it. If I don't think he's got burn. If he doesn't have a blocker, then there's obviously no point. So we'll see. There's an upside to playing Needle Spires. We could have had Knight of the White Orchid up, but we were on the play, so Knight becomes severely worse when you're on the play, because obviously you can't just react to him playing his land drop in the previous turn and save yours until after you play it. Sanitarium Skeleton. Alright, he could have a Fiery Impulse, but I don't think he does. Lone Rider. Lovely. Well, for now, it's all about them Nimbus Wings. Come on, don't burn. Don't burn. Lovely. Lovely. Right. Let's swing in. I'm going to decide whether or not I want to get a 1-drop equipment, because we can play it this turn if we do. But I'm also thinking about getting the Haunted Cloak, just because it gives vigilance and haste to any creatures that come down in the future. Yes, we absolutely want to look. So the 1-drop options are just Stoneforge Masterwork, really. We don't have many creatures at the moment, so I think we want to take the Haunted Cloak, just because it's only a 1-of as well. So our odds of drawing into it are quite slim. And our opponent has left. Alright, fine. Well, we're going to play the Needle Spires and pass the turn over. I assume he doesn't have any removal for a 4/5 then. Very surprised he left. No, he has a blocker. I mean, it's not a great blocker, because it's not going to trade or anything like that, but still. So next turn we can play our Rogue's Passage, play the Haunted Cloak, and equip it to our Relic Seeker, which will give it Vigilance, which means no damage will befall us from this point on, and we get a Bone Saw as well. So our equipment is just off the chain at the moment. Let's equip up the Relic Seeker. Sweet. We'll hold on to the Bone Saw. There's no reason to play it unless we're going to equip it, so we don't get any benefits for the amount of equipment. There is one creature that I'm sure many of you are going to say, why isn't this one in? And maybe it should be now that I've gone with the Nimbus Wings plan, but before, when it was 3 toughness, it just wasn't getting through any damage. It was all fair and well that it was an 8/3, but it wasn't trading. It wasn't forcing them to chump or anything like that. People were just trading Scions with it, so it didn't do a lot of good, unfortunately, so it got cut. But I might consider bringing it back in now that we've got Nimbus Wings. Olivia's Bloodsworn. It cannot block, and target vampire gains haste until the end of turn. Okay. So this is definitely Madness Vampires and Skeletons in here to discard. So he's got 5 damage on the board. Oh, that's annoying. Well, we could equip the Masterwork up. How much mana have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4. So we're going to hold off on the Knight for now. We'll play out the Lone Rider. It's also a human, so it will pump up our Relic Seeker out of the range of our opponent. So we can go back in on our old plan of doing 5 damage per turn with no trading. There we go. Lovely. Yeah, again, hold the Bone Saw, there's no reason to play it. It's an unknown card for our opponent as well, so can leave the underwhelming nature of it to his imagination. For all he knows, it could be Radiant Flames, which would literally wipe his board. Not wrong about that. Looks like our opponent won't be attacking. I wouldn't. He's in a bit of a predicament now, because he kind of needs to empty his hand so that the Asylum Visitor can do its work, but he also doesn't have a discard outlet. Alright, so Knight can come down now that he's got 5 mana on the battlefield. So we get an extra planes, thin out our deck a little bit. Lovely. And then we can play a mountain. And yeah, I just think we should keep on swinging in with our Relic Seeker that just grew a little bit bigger because of our Knight. He's going to have to start chumping pretty soon though. If I feel like he's got burn to carry on the difference, I don't now. But if I thought that he did, I could Fiery Impulse one of his blockers as well. With Trample, it's not too important to me that I blow up one of his people to get through extra damage, because I'm obviously trampling through, and with vampires they have a very low toughness threshold, so it's very, very, very unfortunate for them that I have trample on a creature. And I think, short of a board wipe, which I don't think would help him anyway, we can win. Because a board wipe would take him down to 5, wouldn't it? So it wouldn't die to a Languish. Everything else would, but he wouldn't. I'm curious if these human knights have an effect on Stoneforge Masterwork. I think it's just each other creature singular that shares a type, not for each type. Otherwise it would say. Well, we can literally Chandra's Ignition for the win, or we can Relic Seeker for the win. So Chandra's Ignition could have been quite useful in this situation, so I'm quite happy to keep it in here for now. Wasn't entirely convinced on it, but there you go. Alright guys, those have been pretty short games, and that one was mostly against the AI, so let's go for a third game, shall we? I'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're on the play. Very slow, no equipment, no nothing. Relic Seeker. Could go with the old Nimbus Wings plan, same as last time I think. So planes into Stoneforge Masterwork. Next turn Relic Seeker. Next turn Nimbus Wings it up if he plays a blocker. And then we get ourselves a nice equipment. I'm really hoping for a red source in between all of that though. So Roas' champion would be the person that I'd want to equip up. Preferably. And we don't see it. Our opponent's on blue mana though. So we're going to get out the Relic Seeker. I don't see a creature being played next turn. But I also don't see any removal, so we'll see. Our opponent, by the way, is rank 16, called Jujo. Okay, he's got Thing in the Ice. Thing in the Ice is a problem, because we can't really remove it, I don't think. Off the top of my head. Right, okay, so we've got 3 mana. And we're going to need to Nimbus Wings up the Relic Seeker in order to get the Renown trigger. This might be enough to actually push through plenty of damage, so we'll see. We'll swing in 4-3, get our Renown counter, which will make him a 4-5. That is red, isn't it, underneath? Yeah, it is. And let's get... Haunted Cloak? I think so. Alright. What's our opponent got for us? I mean, he could bounce our creature and then... Ooh, got nothing. He got nothing. We've got another Nimbus Wings if he does bounce our creature away, which is lovely. Currently, none of our equipment does anything, so we'll get the Haunted Cloak out. At least that will do something in the future. I get another 4 damage in. And a Disperse. Yeah, I figured as much. Should have played the Haunted Cloak after we confirmed the Relic Seeker wasn't going to do anything, but... yeah, well. Eddie well. I'm a little less inclined to put the Nimbus Wings back on him again. Mostly because I'd like to put it on the Erosis champion. Okay, he's got green mana and he's going with a Jorian plan, so he is going to try Storm us off. He's foiled up all of his cards. Ugh, no. Can't be doing that. They look horrible. Look horrible in paper, to be fair. Right, well, we can... Oh, we could Relic Seeker, but we can't give it haste properly. Well, we can Relic Seeker and we can play down another equipment card. No point putting the Nimbus Wings on it while it has Summoning Sickness. It won't do us any good. But we can go grab another equipment if he lets us. Somehow I don't think so. We're getting a bit mana screwed here as well, so I'm getting a little bit worried about that. So it's a tutelage deck. Okay. Very odd. Yeah, he's going to swing in for 2 and we're going to let him. No reason not to. Alright, we're going to get milled out. Right down. That's not the card we want to see. Right, let's Nimbus Wings. And we might as well Haunted Cloak. Actually, we might as well Haunted Cloak. Gives it Vigilance to stop 2 damage, but we lose out on the opportunity to play another Sigil, so let's go Sigil instead. We pretty much have all the equipment we'll ever need for our creatures in the future. We just need more creatures, that's the thing. These don't do a great deal unless they've got friends on the battlefield. But we get ourselves a trigger. Let's see. Let's get a Bone Saw. Bone Saws do help. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? We've already got a Masterwork. And we can get out the Bone Saw. He already knows about it. Thins out a deck a little bit. It's most efficient, I think. Now we have one of every equipment in our deck. What do we mill? We got missed an Ironclad Slayer. That's unfortunate. Okay, he's going to get in for 2. So I'm only going to equip the Haunted Cloak this time. Oh, red mana, fantastic. Right, well, we're going to swing in for 4 first. I want to see that disperse. It's a telling time. Okay. Erosis champion, though, we are just going to absolutely jam-pack him full of... Oh, no. That's a fog. So he has to draw a card, mills us for 2. He's 1 counter off the thing in the ice. Ugh. Once he's flipped it, though, he's flipped it for good. And we could maybe get the Erosis champion to a point where he can block the Awoken Horror efficiently. Right, what do we want to equip first? Let's go with the Masterwork, since that does actually pump up our creature. He's going to flip his thing in the ice, though. It's fairly obvious that's going to happen. Oh, you lost a Masterwork. Explosive Vegetation flips into an Awoken Horror, bounces all of our creatures, which does technically give us another Relic Seeker trigger if we want it. That's something to consider. Is he going to keep back his Awoken Horror, though? Because if he keeps it back... I mean, he probably won't. Oh, he does. Alright, we can blow him out here. Potentially. So, Erosis Champion comes down. Oh, we've tapped down our wrong mana. Oops. Not what I planned on doing. Yeah, well. And Relic Seeker. Yeah, we only had 1 red source, so we couldn't actually ride down with the Erosis Champion. Yeah, well. But if he's keeping this back just so that he can mill us out, then he is going to lose the horror. And we're going to trample our way through as well. So we just need to make sure that we leave up a red and a white next turn. Geist Blast kills our champion. God damn it. Alright. Okay. Well, a Relic Seeker on the other hand, probably going to get Renown triggers. Oh, he's going to swing in. That's a shame. Okay, we'll let it through. And try to get some serious damage in here, hopefully. Fiery Impulse. We have no instants and sorceries in our graveyard, so it's only 2 damage. Right. Envoy allows us to make these the equipment work. We've got 2 mana left to equip our Relic Seeker with. These are 1 mana each, so it'd get +2/+2 when it attacks to make it a 4/4. Yeah, let's do that, I think. Make sure to tap the right colour mana. And that one. Make sure to tap that Rogue's Passage. There we are. And that should go up to a 4/4 now. Probably won't ride down. Now that I look at it. Because he won't trade, will he? Very unlikely. Yeah. Okay. So we get our trigger. Probably going to get another Bone Saw, I think. It's the only equipment left. We've milled the rest. And we might as well play it. And spend 1 mana on equipping. Actually, that's 2 mana. We might as well spend both of it. Because that Fiery Impulse isn't going to do anything. Yeah, so we'll equip the Envoy up with the Stoneforge Masterwork, which will pump it up 1. Which trades off with the Ruin Diver. Which likely means we only see him attack with the Awoken Horror. Which we're going to have to block because we know he's got burn spells. And he knows it. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, block the Awoken Horror, take 2. Can we do 10 damage this turn? I don't think so. Exquisite Firecraft on us. Geist Blast it, and we've lost. Ah! That sucks. That truly sucks. It just got burnt out. Well. What can you do? Alright guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. Remember, if you haven't checked out the deck tech, to check it out. It should already be out by now. Also, leave me a like if you like the deck. It helps me out a great deal. And subscribe, it helps me out even more. But as always, I'll see you tomorrow for some more Magic Duels. See you in a bit, guys. Bye.